To the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Bradley Roby.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Kevin Huber in.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Gain of 8 makes it 3rd and 3.
Try and run for this. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Bengals nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Third down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Texans 7, Bengals nothing.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Texans 14, Bengals 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And the defense loses it. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the...
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 31. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts
A gain of 3
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second down at 5.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Trick pass. Trick pass. Mike, 36.
A final shot before the break. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And 2.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. On a jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
46-yard line.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
55 is mine, guys. 55. I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch twitch. Switch. Check 31. Switch. Get the boys down. He's coming. Let's go.
Now Watson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back into... And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
We own this. Mike, 55. 59.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Texans 28, Bengals 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
McKinney on the tackle. A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Now Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Freeman again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Third and 2, Watson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Texans 35, Bengals 7. Kaimi Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And they go play action now. Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Bengals.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Flush to his right. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Again, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And this will be a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And it's a touchdown.
Touchdown,
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Second and 10.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now it's Burrow. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And down he'll go at the 25. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
It's 4th down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to air it out deep for Green. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
To A.J. Green.
A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Today's final score, Texans.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking